Ever wonder how we got from those giant brick phones to the sleek smartphones we carry today? It's a pretty wild journey, and we're going to explore it together. From the 1970s to now, mobile phones have changed in ways we couldn't even imagine. So grab your phone. Ironic, right? And let's dive into the fascinating world of mobile evolution. Here's a surprise. Pay close attention, because hidden within this episode is a quiz question. Answer it correctly, and you could walk away with a cool $100 PayPal cash prize. Let's start way back in the 1970s. On 3rd April 1973, the first handheld mobile phone was demonstrated by Martin Cooper of Motorola in New York City. Martin Cooper is an American engineer and known as the father of cell phones. He demonstrated the first handheld mobile phone, a handset weighing about 2 kilograms, that's nearly 4.5 pounds. Picture this, a phone as big as a brick and almost as heavy. This groundbreaking invention was based on radio wave technology, building upon the work of pioneers like Guglielmo Marconi, J.C. Bose, and Nikola Tesla. These inventors laid the foundation for wireless communication that made mobile phones possible. Then in 1983, Motorola's Dynatac 8000X was introduced as the first mobile phone for commercial use. It cost a whopping $4,000. That's like over $10,000 today. Can you believe it only worked for 30 minutes after charging for 10 hours? Well, Motorola kept working on new designs. In 1989, they made the MicroTac. It was smaller and cheaper than the Dynatac. This opened the door for other companies to make cell phones too. But hey, it was a start, and things got better pretty quickly. The first cell phone networks were called 1G. They only worked for voice calls. In the 1990s, 2G networks came along. 2G networks let people send text messages. They also made calls clearer. This era saw the introduction of GSM. GSM stands for Global System for Mobile Communications. GSM became the standard for mobile networks worldwide. Then came 3G, 4G, and 5G, with increasing speeds of wireless internet. In the 1990s, Nokia and Motorola became the big names in cell phones. They made phones that more people could afford. Phones were also getting smaller and cheaper. In the year 2000, Nokia became a big name with phone models like the 3310. Remember that one? It was tough as nails and had the popular snake game. Good times, right? From the year 2000, things really started to change. We got phones that could send text messages and even browse the internet, albeit at very slow speeds. That was called GPRS Internet. GPRS stands for General Packet Radio Service. Motorola had success with the Razr model in 2004. Then BlackBerry showed up with its full keyboard, making email on the go a real thing. Business people loved it. But the real game changer, the iPhone in 2007. Suddenly we had this sleek device with a big touchscreen that could do so much. It wasn't just a phone anymore. It was like a little computer in our pockets. Android phones followed soon after, giving us even more choices. Now we had touchscreens, app stores, better cameras, and faster internet. Our phones became our cameras, music players, and so much more. The mobile phone industry has undergone significant changes over the years. Some companies have risen to prominence, while others have fallen from grace. Rising stars include Apple, Samsung, Google, Facebook, that's Meta now, Snapdragon, Foxconn, etc. Companies that lost their dominance include BlackBerry, Nokia, Sony, HTC, Microsoft, Intel, etc. Let's talk about some of the big changes we've seen. Cameras went from being a cool extra to a must-have feature. Now we're taking photos that look as good as fancy cameras. For perspective, the first camera phone in 2000 had a 0.11 megapixel camera. Today's smartphones boast up to 108 megapixel cameras. Touch screens got bigger and better. Remember when we thought a 3.5-inch screen was huge? Now we've got phones with screens over 6 inches. Internet speeds keep getting faster. We went from 3G to 4G, and now 5G is here. It's so fast you can download a whole movie in seconds. It's worth noting how far we've come in terms of memory and storage. The first mobile phones had almost no internal memory. Later models typically had around 2 megabytes of memory space to store contacts, text messages, and simple applications. Today's smartphones offer over 1 terabyte of storage and 12 gigabytes of RAM. Speaking of speed, let's not forget about CDMA, which stands for Code Division Multiple Access, another cellular technology that competed with GSM in the early 2000s. We've also seen advancements like LTE, stands for long-term evolution, and VoLTE, that's voice over LTE, which have significantly improved call quality and data speeds. And about the SIM card. SIM stands for Subscriber Identity Module. SIM cards has evolved from full-size to nano SIM and even eSIM technology. Now, let's peek into the future. What's next for our phones? We might see phones with foldable or rollable screens. Imagine unfolding your phone to get a tablet-sized display. Artificial intelligence is going to play a bigger role. Your phone might predict what you need before you even ask. We could even see holographic displays, 3D images floating above your phone. How cool would that be? But it's not just about making phones fancier. They could help solve real-world problems too. In agriculture, smartphones could help farmers get better crop yields. They might use big data and AI to give useful advice. In healthcare, phones could help with early diagnosis. Imagine taking a selfie and having AI spot potential health issues. They might even help fight crime. With GPS and drones, phones could be part of better emergency response systems. We're also thinking about making phones more sustainable. What if we could make batteries from eco-friendly materials or add solar cells to the back of phones to extend battery life? These ideas show that phones aren't just for texting and social media. They have the potential to make a real difference in the world. Here's today's quiz question. Which game was the most popular on the Nokia 3310 model? A. Super Mario. B. Snake Game. C. Pac-Man. D. Candy Crush. So there you have it. The amazing journey of mobile phones. From big bricks to smart little computers, they've come a long way. What do you think? What features would you love to see in future phones? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more evolution histories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.